On the podium was a slogan that said, "One of ours, all of yours." And this is a slogan that really refers to an ideology of collective responsibility, which is something that the Nazis in Germany in the 1930s were well known for. Additionally, the US Department of Labor also put out a recent ad where their slogan was, "One homeland, one people, one heritage. Remember who you are, Americans." And this also parallels Nazi propaganda. They had a slogan that they used that said, "Ein Volk, ein Reich, ein Führer." And that was one people, one realm, one leader. And so Trump's rhetoric and his administration's rhetoric, where they're promoting just one heritage, really excludes the diverse, multi-ethnic reality that is America. I think the administration is hoping that maybe some of these things are rather obscure to the American public, and maybe they don't know where some of these things come from. But clearly, the administration has done their homework, and they are following a Nazi playbook. The tactics that members of ICE are using today, like you said, in Minneapolis, especially right now, we are under siege, I would say, but other cities as well across the country. You have this entire process, again, that is mimicking what the Gestapo actually did in Nazi Germany. So it starts with this illegal detention and disregard for due process. They're ignoring court orders, even when the courts have stepped in and said, "You have overstepped your boundaries. What you're doing is illegal." They're just outright ignoring those orders. They're arresting people without judicial warrant. They're moving the detainees. So we keep hearing that a lot of the people from Minneapolis are being shipped down to places in Texas. And part of moving the detainees is to avoid legal representation, and it's also to avoid public scrutiny. We all recognize that, again, there are unique circumstances and unique entities for each event that has happened in history. And so we do need to be careful. There are some things that are truly unique to the Holocaust, and we need to be cognizant of that, and we need to acknowledge that. But at the same time, there are warning signs. And when we see patterns start to repeat in history, that is when we do have a responsibility to speak up, because maybe not everybody recognizes those patterns. So it sounds great to say never again. Those are difficult words to back up with actions, but that's what it demands of us, especially in the US, in Minnesota, in this moment.